My ex-wife was overseas. Now her husband wanted my kids. My ex-wife Janet moved to Germany 10 months after our divorce and married Klaus, some guy she met online. The kids, Mia who's 9 and Josh who's 7, were supposed to visit her 1 month in summer and 2 weeks at Christmas. After their second visit, Mia got quiet whenever I mentioned their mom. Josh said Klaus had a lot of rules. Then I got served at work. International custody petition. Klaus was filing for primary custody, claiming Germany had better schools and I was providing an insufficient educational environment. I'm a distribution manager making 48 grand a year. My lawyer went pale looking at the paperwork. He's using international protocols. You need a German lawyer. Minimum $15,000. I had $3,000 in savings. I was cooked. I couldn't sleep for 2 weeks straight. Kept imagining my kids growing up overseas with this dude I'd met twice, forgetting about me entirely. Then this massive envelope arrived from the German court. Inside were photos of their apartment, Klaus's job contract, school brochures, and 3 USB drives labeled parenting documentation, evidence of stability and structure. Klaus had literally recorded everything during the kids' visits to prove he was a good parent. First video showed him lecturing Mia about holding her fork wrong for 15 minutes while she tried not to cry. Second video, Josh asked to call me and Klaus said, "Your father works very hard at his simple job. We shouldn't bother him." Josh's face just crumpled. Third video destroyed me. Mia asked to keep her door open because she was scared. Klaus took away the stuffed elephant I'd given her and said, "9 is too old for baby comforts." 40 videos total. Klaus timing Josh's showers and banging on the door at 5 minutes. Klaus making Mia rewrite homework because her handwriting lacked discipline. Klaus telling Josh he couldn't have a second cookie because American children have no self-control like your father. In every single video, Klaus looked proud. Bro genuinely thought this made him look like an excellent parent. I called my lawyer at 7 in the morning. She called back 3 hours later laughing and crying at the same time. He submitted evidence of his own psychological abuse. I'm filing an emergency motion to dismiss and counter-filing for supervised visitation only. 8 weeks later, the German judge watched 10 minutes of footage and dismissed Klaus's petition immediately. Then restricted all future visitation to 2 weeks annually. Supervised only, with a court monitor present. Janet called me losing her absolute mind, saying I'd twisted everything. I just said, I submitted exactly what he sent, his videos, his evidence, and hung up. 2 days later, Klaus called me at 6 in the morning, screaming in broken English about how I'd stolen his children. He called 4 more times. I blocked the number. That afternoon, a cop showed up at my door. Klaus had filed a report claiming I'd threatened him. The officer looked exhausted, showed me the completely made-up report. I showed him my blocked call log and the court documents. He left. Next morning, someone with a German accent called my work claiming I was under investigation for child endangerment. My supervisor pulled me aside, confused as hell. I had to bring in all the court paperwork to prove it was fake. Klaus called my mom, called my sister, called Josh's school, each time making up stories about me being dangerous or unfit. Bro was absolutely spiraling. Each time I had to scramble to prove it was lies. On day 4, Janet's sister called me. That's when I found out Janet had finally sat down and watched all 40 videos. She'd packed 2 suitcases, left everything else, and flew back to Ohio that same night. Filed for divorce from Klaus a week later. The harassment stopped dead after that. Last month, the kids had their first supervised visit with Janet at her sister's place in Ohio. Court monitor was there the whole time. When I picked them up, Mia hugged me for 5 straight minutes. Josh asked if Klaus knew our address. I told him no and watched him relax for the first time all day. Janet sent me an email last week asking if she could do regular supervised visits here instead of international ones. I said yes because she's still their mom and the kids need that.